Good afternoon to all my dear friends here in Boston and all over the world, especially in the Holy Land of Israel. It's been such a difficult 2.5 days. It's been so hard to even gather our thoughts and to think. Showing up in shul, in temple, on Saturday morning, Shemini Atzeret, one of the most joyous days of the year. Not being able to use my phone or any electronics from 6 p.m. the day before, and finding out the horrific news. We had just spent the night in the sukkah with 90 friends. We were ready to celebrate Simchat Torah that night. We were coming to say Yizkor, to remember not just loved ones who lost their family, but to remember the Holocaust, the pogroms, the Nazis, the Cossacks, the Inquisition. And to come that morning and to hear that hundreds of Israelis were killed and so many kidnapped. And now to find out that over 900 are already dead and 150 kidnapped and thousands are injured. It's so painful and it's so personal. I've been in touch with my daughter Necha the whole time, who lives in Israel now for the year and is in Jerusalem, running into shelters the whole time because of sirens, not being able to sleep, an 18-year-old girl. She was at Shari Tzedek Hospital today in Jerusalem volunteering and had to run to the bomb shelter from there. My first cousins, so many of them parents of children, they're in their 40s, they're in their 50s, they're in their 60s, putting on a uniform as reservists, going to the front line up north or south or in their own communities to protect them, knowing that it might be the last time they see their child. How painful. What do you tell them? I spoke to my cousin today. I called him in the morning. I FaceTimed with him to see how he was doing. He was on a security mission in his yishuv to protect the people, donned with his uniform, holding his rifle, but so proud. In so much pain, yet so confident. So ready to do what has to be done to protect Am Yisrael. So in the times of the darkest moments of history for the Jewish people since the Holocaust, there's never been more Jews killed, butchered in the day since the Holocaust. We also find hope. There's so much pain. When you look at Harvard University, our own university here in Boston, that refuses to give a statement to support Israel. A university that was built with so much Jewish intelligence and money. They don't even want to have the courage. When the Ukraine war, when it was social justice, when it was the police, they were at the forefront. They won't say a word, never mind that there are students there making demonstrations and rallies and signing letters to support Hamas. How sick could the world be? But at those same moments of pain, there are also moments of hope. When you see the white and blue of Israel's flag going up all over the world, from Germany to Austria to the Eiffel Towers, singing Israel's anthem, supporting Israel. So many coming today to the Boston Common and seeing tens of thousands of people supporting Israel unequivocally, Jew and non-Jew alike, gives us strength and comfort. But the truth is that what this has to teach us more than anything is that we could never rely on anyone else. For 10, 15 years, America and the world has been saying, Hamas is modernizing. Why don't you try to work with them? They've fooled us into being convinced, into getting them money, getting them materials, officially for humanitarian aid. When the world tells us they want a Palestinian state, when the world tells us they want us to open up our borders to Gaza, we can't listen to anyone. We have to listen to one thing. Our responsibility is to protect the sons and daughters, the mothers and fathers, the grandmothers and grandfathers of Israel, no matter where they live. And beyond that, We have no other obligation. That's our first and only responsibility. Yesterday in Shul, we started reading Genesis again, Bereshit. And when I was opening up in this time, I couldn't sleep at night, thinking about our daughter and all our cousins and all our friends and all of Am Yisrael, thinking about those in captivity, thinking about those butchered, thinking about entire families wiped out. And I got up early in the morning and I was reading the Chumash, the Bible, which billions of people believe in. And the first verse says, in the beginning God created the world. And Rashi asks the question, the Torah is a Torah of laws. Why doesn't the Torah start with the laws of the Ten Commandments and of keeping all the laws that the Torah gives us? Why does the Torah start with Bereshit? And Rashi, this is 1,000 years ago, Rashi says to us that God wanted the Jewish people to know that when there comes a day and the Gentiles of the world tell you, you stole the land, we should be able to tell them God created the world. God gave the world, God gave the land to whoever He wanted it. He took it from them and He gave it to the Jewish people. What we need is pride, conviction in who we are, in what we represent. It's our land. We don't have to answer to anyone. We have to be strong. You can't equivocate terrorists with people defending their land. And the truth is like this. Rashi said this 1,000 years ago, and how true it rings today. But ultimately, we're in this for the long haul. This is not a 1 day or a 2 day or a 3 day thing. This could take on 6 months to a year, heaven forbid, and it's going to be hard and difficult. And before we know it, the world will start slowly saying, oh, maybe truce and ceasefire, and we need to block out all the noise. We need to be strong. We need to be proud. You know, one of my favorite lines is what Menachem Begin said. Menachem Begin said, better a bad eulogy than a good press. How true. There's 900 Jews killed, and for 1 day we get good press. And even then, it's not by everyone. The New York Times equivocates the death of murderers to the death of the victims. Menachem Begin's words ring true today more than ever. We don't need the world's sympathy. You want to support us? Support us. If not, we are going anyways. We will defend our people. When we say never again, we mean never again. My friends, we need to be strong. We can't be down. We can't be morbid. It's sad. It's hard. It's painful. But we're strong. We've survived thousands of years. More than any other nation. And we're here because of our stiff neck, because of our pride. Tune out all the nonsense. Stand strong. Support our organizations. Call your senators, your congressmen. But remember more than else what we just read in Bereshit. That God says that the reason why the Torah starts is with Genesis, that a Jew should be able to wave that book, the Bible, and say, this is the God who so many believe in. He gave us this land. It's ours. We'll never have to answer why we're here. This is our land. We will support our people, defend them, and we will do whatever it takes. And if people are used as human shields, the responsibility is Hamas's, not ours. Every single death in Gaza is Hamas's responsibility. In a few days, we'll hear the world saying, oh, there's more deaths in Gaza than in Israel. Every death is their responsibility. Don't equivocate murderers with innocent victims. We know the words, the prophet who says, Netzach Yisrael lo yishaker. The eternity of the Jewish people doesn't lie. We are strong. We are here forever. We're here to stay. The world could be upset. They could not want us in Israel, but it doesn't make a difference. Hashem gave us this land. We're here to stay. We will protect it with pride. We will support our brothers and sisters on the front line. And may Hashem give that each and every one of them should come back safely and soon. Love you all. Stay strong.